Excel, Chapter 3, pages 152, 53, 54, 55, and 56. First of all, start with page 151 where we just left off. And you need to read Working with Logical Functions. If you do not read this, nothing we do is going to make sense to you. The people are saving up for a house, okay? And right then they were trying to save $800 a month. So Diane wants to modify her savings plan so that money is not transferred into the home savings account unless the net cash flow for that month is greater than or equal to $1,000. So you need a formula that can, quote, choose whether to transfer the funds. A logical function is a function that works with statements that are either true or false. Okay? It's a computer. It has no emotions. Things are either true or false. If it's true, we do this. If it's false, we do that. So read about working with logical functions and then using the if function. Just do your best. It's a little bit complicated, so I want you to read it and then we'll go do it. And if you both read it and do it, we should have a pretty clear understanding of how it works, right? All right, page 152 down at the bottom. To specify the minimum net cash flow in cell H11, all right, in cell H11, enter the label minimum required net cash flow. In cell L11, right there, enter 1,000. This is the minimum cash flow amount. Use the Format Painter to copy the formatting from range H10 to L10, H10 to L10, to the range H11 to L11. Okay, I want my Format Painter, home, Format Painter, right across those two. Perfect. All right, read the top of page 153 so that you'll understand the formula we're about to write. To insert the if function to determine the monthly transfer amount, go to cell C39, okay, scroll down a little bit so you can see that better. C39 and press your delete key. Okay? Click the Formulas tab on the ribbon. We're in cell C39, we click Formulas. Step number 3. In the Function Library group, click the Logical button. Function Library, Logical. Select If. Okay, we're doing an if statement, so we click on If. The function arguments dialog box for the if function opens. Step number 4. In the logical test box, okay, there's my logical test in the box, enter C33 is greater than. The greater than symbol is shift and the period key. Okay, C33 is greater than or equal to the absolute value of L11. So we're going to type this in. $L $11. Okay, let's read that again. C33 is greater than or equal to the absolute value of L11. Okay? Got that? Number 5. In the value if true box, so value if true, enter the absolute value of L10. The absolute value of absolute 10. If the value in cell C33 is greater than or equal to the value in cell L11, the formula returns the value in cell L10. Now, click on the value if false box and type in a 0. If the value in cell C33 is less than the value in cell L11, the formula returns 0 and no money will be transferred from the main savings account into the home savings account that month. Take a quick look at figure 3-32 and compare your function argument with what they've got in the textbook. Okay, so it should say C33 greater than or equal to absolute value of L11 equals false. If it's true, the absolute value of L10, which is 800. If it's false, 0. When you have that all correct, click OK. A value of 0 is displayed in cell C39 because the net cash flow for January is negative $2,060. No money will be transferred from the main savings account into the home savings account that month. Step number 8. Drag the fill handle for cell C39 over the range D39 to N39 to copy this formula with the if function into the remaining months of Diane's proposed budgets. So right here where we are with our fabulous little if statement, we're going to get our fill handle and we're going to pull straight across to N39 and let go. And then you'll see which months money is being transferred to the home account and which months it is not. Reach up and hit save, please. And then flip to page 154. All right. Click in cell N4. It just basically deselects so that you can read it. Now, with this savings plan, the ending balance in the main savings account remains above $3,000 for most months of the year, and $800 is transferred from the main savings account into the home savings account in 9 months of the year. Only in January, June, and August will Diane not transfer money into the home account. By the end of the year, the couple will have $5,350 in the main savings account and $7,200 in the home savings account. Diane wants to explore what would happen if she increases the monthly transfer from $800 to $1,000. How would that affect the monthly balance of the main savings account? All right. Page 154, step number 1, to change the conditions of Diane's savings plan. Change the value in cell L10 to 1,000. Okay, change this in L10, the value to 1,000, and press your enter key. Now, the end of year balance in the home savings account increases to $9,000, while the main savings account balance decreases to $3,550. Scroll down the worksheet and examine how the monthly balance in the main savings account changes throughout the year. Under this revised plan, the balance of the main savings account drops to $1,775 in August, right there. This is a little too low for Diane, so change the value in cell L10 to 900. With this savings plan, the couple will save $8,100 there toward a down payment on a home, and the balance in their main savings account will remain over $2,000 every month except January. Scroll down, we got our savings account every month except for January, right? It stays above $2,000. So, you know, it's the whole Goldilocks thing. One was too hard, one was too soft, one is just right. So, this is true what you do with money, right? You try it out. $1,000 was too hard. $800, they weren't saving enough. $900, just what they were looking for. Makes her comfortable with all the numbers. So that's an awesome example of what you can do with one of those what-if scenarios. Go ahead and reach up and click Save. And read what is on page 155 when you start working with the date functions. In particular, I want you to read the top of 155 about decision making using the if function to explore financial options, because that's basically what we were doing, and it's highly applicable both to, you know, your family life and your family budget, of course, but particularly when you go out and you're working. All right, let's finish off page 156 to display the current date. In cell I1, enter the label current date. Merge cells I1 and J1. Left align the merged cell and change the cell's fill color to tan background 2. Right there. Click cell K1. You'll enter the Today function in this cell. Click the Formulas tab on the ribbon. Step 5. In the Function Library group, click the Date and Time button, and then click Today in the Date Functions list. The Function Argument dialog box opens with a description of the function and a reminder that there are no arguments for the Today function. Click the OK button. The Function Argument dialog box closes, and the equals Today function is inserted into cell L1. That set of hash marks means that what's inside the cell is too large to be properly displayed, and that you're going to need to do something to give enough room to display that, okay? So anytime you see those little hash marks, that's what it means. And it can happen for many, many reasons. It'll happen to you all the time. Don't think that you did anything wrong in your formula. It just means that the cell is too small. Merge and center the range K1 to L1. Now, do you see what happened? Once we made it big enough, all the hashtags are gone and you can actually see the text. It was perfectly fine. It just was not capable to display it for you. Add a border around each of the cells and range I1 to L1. Deselect so that you can see it. There you go. Hit save, and we're finished with this video.